Hello viewers, welcome to the eSeniors GT3 Championship Group 3 race taking place at the Nurburgring. Lovely track this, quite technical, definitely parts of the track people don't like, T2, T3, T4 and so on, but it does give some entertaining racing. Quite difficult to pass as well. You can do it on the straight, you can also do it on the back straight as well before the chicane. Let's have a quick look at the table. You can see it's currently being led by Billy Stewart. I wouldn't say he's walking it because Mike Molesky's given him a very good run. We've then got Benny Homstead in the Lexus. I'm just looking, Benny is on the server. Andy Skelton. Then got Brian Banks, quite close to Andy Skelton. We've got Don Harvey, not a million miles away from Brian Banks. Becca Loram. Becca's not on the server, so Becca's not racing today. So he's going to be losing out. Mr. Savage, he's not racing today, so he's going to be missing out. Great opportunity for Andy Lees to maximise some points today, and Eric Langlois. So yeah, there's 13 drivers in total running around the track today. Qualification has just started, so I'll jump across to qualification, and we'll go with Mr. Hupier. He's out on the track, and we'll do a bit of a lap guide. Hi to the stream, we've got Mr. Bourne, hi Chris, and Mr. Hutchin. Hi guys, hopefully you can hear me loud and clear, the picture's nice and clear and crisp for you to watch, and hopefully you'll enjoy my dulcet tones if I don't fall asleep. That's no disrespect to the racing. I had a really busy week this week, been working away all week and commuting, so commuting's not something I'm used to, getting up early, getting back late. I've literally been getting back, trying to get the stream set up and then sitting in front of the computer. Yesterday was absolutely shattered. That's probably why I wasn't too good on the track, to be honest. I was probably a bit more tired than normal. So even though I was asking the car to do things, I probably wasn't being asked to do things. But, you know, you live and learn. Hi, Krista. So, yeah, who's going to win this one? Well, I've been watching pre-qualifying. I think I know who the movers and shakers are. If you can put it together, this has got Andy Skelton's name written all over it. So I do think Andy Skelton is looking in a very strong position here. Who's going to get second? Now then, that becomes the challenge. I think second at the moment is going to look like Don Harvey. I do think Don Harvey is going to go for it and get second place, although he was looking quicker towards the end of the session. And I think Rob Hupe is looking fast in the car we're on at the moment, which is the West Ham liveried Bentley. So he's obviously coming towards the end of his lap now to get the car running for a power lap. So we'll jump on board with him. But I think they're going to be the top three, and probably the top three in the race if we can keep it on track. Hi Derek, hope the weather's nice, chucking it down here now. Hi Stefan, yeah, 13. We're going to finish off this season with the cars we've got, but we'll have to reevaluate for next season because we can't really have a group of just 13 cars racing on it, and it's not fun to watch. Well, it may be, we don't know yet. It's not fun to stream, to be honest, because I like to see a lot of action. But we had over 50 cars registered for Group 3, so you know I just can't understand the numbers and why the numbers have disappeared. But we are where we are with it. Let's get it out of the way. Hopefully tomorrow there should be a number of races, and on Sunday there should be a number of races as well. I'm not streaming tomorrow, Pan's doing it. I've got other stuff to attend to, so Pan's streaming tomorrow and he will be streaming on Sunday. I will be racing on Sunday. Hi Terry, welcome to the stream. So I think qualifying in this group is going to be a 1:57.5. That's probably the fastest they can achieve. So anybody who's done the racing this week will know how significant that is compared to the Group 1 drivers. The Group 1 drivers are pulling in 1:55s. The Group 2 drivers are probably doing the 1:56, 1:57s, and the Group 3 drivers are doing the 1:57, 1:58s. So I think that's where we're going to be at. Although Johan tomorrow, if he's in Group 2, which he probably will be putting 1:55s in, I'm half thinking of putting ballast on his car and reducing his power to try and make it fair, but I'm not too sure whether that will work, but we'll give it a try, shall we? razzing it up here, coming through the GT chicane, keeping it going. Good angles through there. Gets his braking point right so we can take this corner narrowly. Get the power down as soon as you can. And look at crossing the line. And his lap time is going to be a 1:59.5. So Andy Skelton has already banged a quick lap in. We'll jump on board with Andy. He's currently running purple. Hi Bruce. Yeah, Juan's streaming tomorrow, Chris. Juan is streaming tomorrow. He's doing tomorrow and Sunday. So, you know, there will be an official stream where he will be doing the stream. Now, maybe if you want to join him, I don't know if Jonathan would potentially doing that. Can we start a group for? Yes, we can. Now, actually, I don't know if Jeremy's joining me. He's not mentioned anything, actually. Because that's going to put a car amongst the pigeons for me. I might have to change my headset, so I'm just going to change the sound because I'm not too sure. I'm just going to message Jeremy to see if he's joining me. I'm not too sure if he is. What I'll have to do is just change my sound because I'm using a microphone at the moment as opposed to a headset, so we'll cross that bridge when it comes to it, or I'll wait to see what Jeremy says from that perspective. Right, so Jeremy's going to join me, so just 2 ticks while I turn all my sound over, and hopefully I'll get this done pretty smooth, pretty slick, and without any incident. So if I... Hopefully I've managed to do it without anybody realising. I should have switched sound over now, so please let me know if you can still hear me okay. From my perspective, the sound is showing that I'm moving over. I'm hoping to get Jeremy to come into the channel as well, so I'm just going to jump into that. Jeremy will join me, and you should be able to hear both of us. So let's see who's any more in the chat. Hi Terry Trowbridge. Hi Don. No, Don, I didn't say. I said 156, 157s. So yeah, I was trying to just say the differences in gaps between the different groups. So hopefully you all can hear me, because someone just in the stream, let me know if you can hear me now. I've changed my sound, and I believe Jeremy has joined me.
Yes, I have.
Hi, Jeremy.
Hello, everyone.
So I've just switched my sound over from me freestanding mic to my headset, so I'm hoping the sound's still going to be heard clearly. We'll wait and see for someone to say otherwise. We'll see. I think you'll be able to be heard because you're on Discord anyway, but I'm not too sure whether I can be heard. Oh yeah, Breeze can hear me, that's fine, we're all good to go. So Andy Skelton is currently half a second up at the moment. He's looking at a 157, which I reckon a 157.5 is going to be qualifying. Benny Homestead's 158.3 behind him, and Don Harvey's a 158.3 as well. So oh, Don's saying it sounds better. It's because it's me headset, Don. It's I'm using a headset as opposed to a freestanding mic. There's less interference, and obviously the sound's travelling at a shorter distance to a very, very specific mic. He's flying his Andy Skelton here. He's going to be walking this if he can keep it on track for the entire race. He's currently 8/10 up, which means he's 9/10 up, so he's going for a 157.2 at the moment. If he can pull it off, he's now going for a 157.1. Let's see what he gets. 157.2, perhaps. A 157.3. So yeah, pretty good time there. Hi Nikos. Hi Neil.
Hello, gentlemen. How come you're not racing, Nikos?
Yeah, I asked him that before.
Yeah.
We're currently on board with Benny. Benny's 4/10 up. This will put him, if he can carry this on, he's lost a bit of time there. He'd be going into the 157s as well. Still a significant way off what would be Andy Skelton. Don Harvey's 1 second off perfectly. He's a 158.322 and Andy's a 157.322. Okay. Ooh, he's a bit sideways through there. He got that angle of that corner really wrong. So he's lost all his time as a result of that as well. Benny, I reckon, looking at what Benny's just done there, he's got 7/10 in the tank easily. Hi, Mikhail.
Hello, Jack.
And he's parked up. Okay, let's go on board with Rob. Everyone else is on spoilt laps at the moment. Keeping an eye on Billy. Billy's done a 1:59, but he's not on a green lap at the moment. Rob's half a second up. He's trying to get into the 57s, which will put him on second place. .4, so he's losing time here. He's got the power down well there. That's given him another 10th, so he should gain another 10th coming down here now. Then he's got the power down early, so the time will be going for him. Got to get his braking point nailed. Yeah, nice and late on the brakes. Getting the car to point in the corners. A bit late on the power there, but he has gained a 10th, as I said. He's got his braking point nailed. He's lost a 10th. He's still potentially, no, he's now looking at a 158 flat or a 158.1. He lost 2/10 actually, 158. Yeah, 158.1. He lost 2/10 coming out. He's still second place, so he's looking really good. Right, let's see. Andy Lee's 4/10 up. His best is a 2:00. 2:01's his valid lap, and he's half a second up at the moment. So I think Andy is looking to battle with Eric, possibly John Collins. I don't know, but we'll see. Yeah, that corner there, you can almost take flat out if your car setup's right. I think two laps yesterday in qualifying or pre-race, I managed to take that flat out, but it's got to be inch perfect, otherwise you are off. Other than that, it's an ever so slight lift. You can see there Andy lifted for quite a duration of it. He is now 9/10 up. Andy Skelton's going faster again. He's looking in the low. He's looking now for the 156s if he can carry it on. He's definitely going to be finding himself in the Group 2 charts next season with these lap times, because he's definitely a cut above the rest as it stands. He's nearly a second quicker than everybody else. But as we know, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Andy lost his fastest lap, but he hasn't made any progress up the leaderboard. Ryan Banks is half a second up, so he's again he's looking for a 158 lap here. He could do it taking some more time off here, getting a bit of a couple of tenths off, and it should progress him further. Hi Kai.
Yeah, I just want to say one thing here is that, yeah, it is important to qualify well, but I believe it's during the race that things are going to settle in. I mean, I always see very fast times in quali, but the pace in the race is different with the full fuel, and that's where it's going to be interesting to see what happens.
I kind of agree with that. I always find I go faster in the race though. And I don't know it's because
you do.
Yeah,
you do.
Yeah. And I think it's because there's more rubber down and you can push the car further. Even with fuel, I don't think fuel. Okay, yes, it has the potential of being slightly slower, but as the track progresses, I do think you can push more and more and more. Do you know what I mean?
No, yeah, I know. I understand what you're saying, because I'm very bad at qualifying and I'm better during race. What I mean by that is that it's not enough to qualify in pole. You have to maintain that. You have to maintain that pace during the race, and that's another story.
Yeah. So we're Billy Stewart now. Sorry, Billy Stewart's half a second up. Go on, Jeremy. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Billy was saying it's quite. I can't remember what he said in the chat, but I think he was saying the McLaren's quite hard around here, or it's difficult to get a good lap time in the McLaren. I have to admit, when I cast my mind back to the races, I think the Bentley was good on here and the BMW was good on here. I don't recall any other cars that seem to be quite quick. I think the Aston's okay, but I'm not too sure how the Macca does here. It will be interesting.
No, it's difficult for the McLaren, but the problem is that you have people, drivers like Andrea Caiola, who can post 155 with the McLaren. So is it the car or is it the driver? You know, it's difficult to call. And this morning, Roman Mark was there and was lapping in 156 with the McLaren as well. So yeah, it can be done with that McLaren, but it's not the ideal car, I guess.
I suppose that's down to a good setup then, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's not easy to find the right setup. It's not.
So we're on board with Mike Molesky as we come to the end of qualifying now.
It looks like Andy is going to have a good handle on this race. Let's see if he can materialize that pole. Yeah.
Mike's just spun it. There's only Don who can put pressure on him, really. I think we're going to see a good battle between Benny and Don, and I think Rob's going to be part of that battle as well. So I think there's going to be 4 at the front, scampering off into the distance. Whether Andy scampers off with a full tank of fuel or not, I don't know, but we shall see. Whereas Mr. Bourne says in the chat, the force is strong with this one. Pity it's not May the 4th, innit? The force is strong with this one. He's really steering that wheel. He's pushing that wheel over, crossing his arms. I mean, when I race the BMW, I'm not doing anything like that. I don't know what his steering lock is, but that's quite significant movement, that.
It is.
He's doing the same here as well. That's really cranking the wheel round, isn't it?
Well, then he has a different steer lock, I guess.
That's a lot of movement to get the car to do what you want it to do, isn't it?
It is. But that's the Aston, right? I don't know. Yeah.
Don's in the Aston. That's right. Yes. Yeah, he's 4 tenths down, so he's not going to better. He's not going to better Andy Skelton here. So qualification is going to end. And on that note, I shall move to the intro. Quick hi to a couple more join the stream. Hi Ollie, and hi Peter David. Hi guys.
Hello guys.
So quick rundown on the grid. Obviously quite a short grid today. We've got Andy Skelton in the Lexus, qualified significantly quicker than other people on his on the grid. We've then got, let's just slow that down a bit, Don Harvey in his usually yellow coloured car. We've then got Benny Homstead in the red and black 123 Lexus. Rob Hupier in the West Ham liveried Bentley, the number 61. Then got Billy Stewart in the Stingray liveried McLaren. We've then got Brian Banks in the 911 Porsche. We've then got John Pacheco in the Lamborghini. We've got Andreas Pettersson in the Mercedes. We've got Mike Molesky in the BMW and Eric Langlois in the Bentley. Fantastic livery of that one. We've got Andy Lees in the Iron Brew, made from Goethe's Lexus. And we have John Collins in the Gulf, and then Jeremy will escape to the pits. So let me just get this sorted so I can actually do something with the cars. Let's go to the Helicam view. There we go. Hi Richard. Hi Eric. Good viewing,
Hello,
going on.
guys.
Hopefully I don't let you down. Hi, Merch. So you can see John Pachaya has been left on the grid there. He could get teleported back. I think he's fallen asleep, because that car ain't going anywhere. So he's going to be teleported to the pits, and that's his race going to be run, I think.
Oh, this is... How come?
I've no idea.
Wow, okay. That's interesting.
And Andy Skelton's gone to the pit too.
What is that about?
I have no idea. So, interesting. But
Well,
Andy Skelton's took him straight out, unless he's going to go from the back to the front. And the lights have gone green, and Don's going to claim the lead here as a result of Andy Skelton pitting. But Benny's got the inside line. 3 cars at the back, all making it through. Maybe not, maybe not. Brian Banks made contact there. And Brian Banks, let's just have a quick look at that restart. Let's go to Brian Banks. So Brian Banks is in the Porsche. So he gets his braking point wrong, from what I can see. He then hits Rob. That forces Rob into Don. Don spins. Let's just see.
Yeah, well.
So Brian's getting squeezed there, but again, doesn't brake. Hits Rob. Rob causes Don to spin. Don gets collected. That collects Andreas. The other guys manage to make it round. And yeah, and that means, and there's and that's Collins has gone off there, I believe. Andy Skelton's out the pits, but that little start of everybody might just give him a bit of a benefit. He's got a long way to catch up, but let's keep an eye on him, what's going on. Ha ha ha, thank you, Neil, for that one. I'll give you that one. Right, so yeah, any bets Andy S will take this, I think. Billy on the podium, let's have a look. So let's go to where Brian. So Brian obviously got that braking point wrong. I think Brian's going to be looking down the barrel of a penalty there. I think it's fair to say, as a result of causing certain drivers to lose position. Rob was very fortunate, even though he was involved in that incident, he still managed to be second. Don Harvey is in 9th place, so hopefully he's going to be getting going to get some places back. Hi, James. This is where the action is at the moment. Benny's just running away as it stands. I think as the tyres warm up, we'll probably see a couple of cars. Benny made a good gap straight away from the start. Again, Brian getting his braking point very late there, but he's managed to hold off. He's going to put some pressure on Eric now. So Eric's having a great race, great start. But I think we'll see Brian probably put pressure on Eric a little bit more. Eric just needs to get his head down, look at his braking points, and get the car around each corner. And I think Eric could be in for a really good opportunity here. We can see Andy Lees now. He's putting pressure. He's putting pressure on Mike Molesky. He's going for the outside. You'll never make that stick. But he could get a really good run into the next corner, as you can see. So Andy in the Lexus, he's getting his braking point right. All the other guys are now catching up. Don Harvey's looking quick behind. I think this is going to start getting really exciting as the guys behind start gaining. So Don just had to ease off a little bit there because he was gaining. Andreas is putting pressure on Andy Lees.
Yeah, that's really good. This pack of 6 cars
racing
each other.
And Andreas has gone on the grass, but he's managed to survive it. Oh, and he spun it again. But he hasn't. He's only lost 1 place. You can see Brian Banks is really all over the back of Eric, and Billy is now on the back of Rob. So there's a couple of battles going on here. So that's Rob, and that's Eric. So look at the train behind Eric. You can see 4 cars in view. Brian Banks is looking to make a pass. You can see Brian Banks' car has got damage on the front, although it will only be grazing, I would imagine. So Andy Skelton is catching, but he's still a significant gap behind. He's 6 seconds behind John Collins, so we're going to keep an eye on that. I think Don Harvey is looking to make a pass here. Andy Lees will go defensive, but yeah, I think Don's definitely going to get him on the straight. That Aston's really quick. Andy Lees gets a bit sideways, but manages to keep it. So that's gifted Don a position. So Don's now hunting Mike Molesky down. So Don's looking really quick here. So I'm just going to jump forward a couple of cars to Brian. Brian's still trying to take. He's still trying to take Eric. But Brian's also got to look at his mirrors because Mike Molesky's also all over the back of him. So again, one of these guys misses the braking points. And look at Don flying down. Don's going to take Mike up the inside, is he? No, he's not.
Billy Stewart just passed Robert UPI. He was really chasing him, but now he's in P2.
Yeah, let's have a quick look at that, just so we can see the replay. He's quite a way out there. He's going for the outside. He's going to get a good swing around here. He must do. He gets a great swing around. Straightens the car up really quick. He's getting a good run there. Oh, he's got a cracking run up the inside. Really good run up the inside. That's a very unusual place to pass, but he's made it stick. Well done, Billy.
Yeah.
And let's put Billy in second place. The Billy, I think, is going to start hosing down Benny now. Going to jump back a little bit. And you can see this battle's going on now. Don has obviously made the pass on Mike. He's after Brian now. So Don's on a mission. So he's the man on a shift, definitely on a shift at the moment. Oh. There you go, guys.
Yeah, Nikos thinks maybe Andy Skelton waited in the pits to let the front of the grid get an incident and then go join the race. I don't believe so. I believe there was some kind of bad manipulations there. I don't think it was
Oh! And there was a problem there, Andy Lee's, and it was contact. So Andy Lee's come into the corner, and he just made a slight nudge to the back of Mike Molesky here, and I think Andy Lee's ended up worse off from it. So if you watch Andy here, he gets a bit too close and personal to Mike Molesky, and this causes him just to...
and this is a dangerous thing happening right now, and there we go. Collision between Eric and Brian.
Yeah, I'm going to go back to that one in a second. I'm just going to wait for this replay to finish off. Let's see if we can get this one. So we've got Brian up the inside, Eric on the outside, Don Harvey at the back sitting to see what he can gain out of these morsels. Brian's trying to come across. Don's not going to give in to him. Don's gone wide. Oh, Don's gone off track just to protect himself. And there's a bit of a kapow moment, and Don takes them both. So Don gains by going off track to avoid the incident, and sometimes that's what you've got to do. So Don's now hunting down Rob. He's 9 seconds behind, and he's absolutely flying. So I don't know if Rob's got a problem here, because Don is absolutely flying. Oh, yeah, sorry, it was. I think it was just a time lapse of where we were up to. So this gaggle of cars is still going on here.
Well, one thing we can say is that only 12 cars, but very entertaining race so far because of the close battles. Yeah. And this is a very difficult track to pass anyone on. So you have to be patient or risk and pay the price if it's not the right one.
Yeah, I mean, Andreas we saw made a mistake before, and look, he's all right. Andy Lees has got very loose again with that Lexus, and Andreas is now going to put pressure. While he's receiving pressure, oh, he doesn't want to be going off track there, Mike, but he's going to make it stick. He's got the inside line for the braking point. Oh, that was always looking a bit ropey, was that then, because of where he started to take that. Yeah, that's going to put him under attack now from Andy Lees as well. So I think Andy Lees might just get a good run on Mike here, although Mike does seem to be getting running again now. You could just see where he was on track. He was never going to make that corner, and someone was going to have to give. Andy Lees is going for it, is he? No, he's not. And look who's there. Andy Skelton.
Andy Skelton, that's right.
So let's ride on board with Andy for a bit, because this is where the action is, believe it or not. Are we going to see Andy take? Are we going to see Andy take Andy?
Yeah.
So it's Lexus
well,
versus
that's
Lexus.
Another story. That's another story, because you can easily follow and not be able to pass someone who's a second slower than you. So this, let's see what happens.
Yeah, but the difference here, the difference here is.
Yeah.
I was going to say Andy Skelton's taking the corners. Andy Lees is defending, and the way this track works is there is places where you can pull out the corners quicker. That corner where Andy Skelton was then was one of them, and you can see he did actually pull a little bit on Andy Lees there, but just not enough. And I think this is where Andy Skelton's quick. You'll see him gain here.
Yeah. And I think Andy Lees damaged his car as well, so that could be a factor.
Yeah. So yeah, Andy Lees again's gone wide there. So he's going to get a good drive, Andy Skelton, out here now, and I think he's going to get him down here. You can see he's got a better drive, a better run. He's going to have to ride the curb there a little bit. Oof. That Lexus of Andy Skelton's is looking more balanced than Andy Lees's.
Yeah, definitely.
Getting the power down much quicker, so I'd expect him to get him here now under braking.
I believe Andreas is going to try something on Eric.
Yeah. He's going up the inside. He got a bit squeaky there.
And Andy Skelton is going in as well.
Oh, he's that. He held up Mike Molesky there, did Skelton. Yeah, so there's Andy Skelton. Andy Skelton's now after Mike Molesky. Andreas has done a great run there, a great pass on Eric. He really sent it, but he got really twitchy.
Sure, and Andy Lees almost took out Andy Skelton.
I saw that then. His braking was a bit late.
It was really close.
Yeah, and again, they're really going for it, aren't they? Mike Molesky. Oh! Oh! Mike Molesky seemed to brake early, and it caught them out. Andy Skelton broke, but Andy Lees thought, there's a gap, I can take it. But no contact. Brilliant. Actually, there was contact.
Yeah, there was a slight contact, but no.
Billy Stewart's just been off track, and he's lost the position to Rob. So he's made a big mistake because Don Harvey's now only 4 seconds behind Billy. Go back to this gap at the back, and so Don's now going to put pressure on Billy. So Billy must have been pushing, and he's just gone off track a little bit. Andy Skelton's lap time's nearly a second quicker than anybody else.
Yeah, he has. Yeah, actually, Benny Hampstead just put the fastest lap of the race.
Just as we're speaking, that's right. Yeah, Benny said, "No, I'm having it. I'm having it."
Yeah.
Mike's going for it again, and he's cut it again.
Mike Molesky, no, that's too
bad.
Oh, that's major chaos here.
So Mike's tried that move twice now, and the first time it didn't work, and the second time it didn't work. I mean, if it fails the first time, I don't know if he's damaged cars there, but I think that was pretty. Yeah. I mean, hopefully Andy Skelton's car's not damaged so he can carry on running. I mean, I don't know if Andy Lees' car's damaged because he went into the back, and obviously that side of the incident couldn't be helped.
Yeah, for sure there was damage in that incident, for sure.
There's no bonnets up, although Eric's bonnet does look a bit suspicious, I think. Eric's bonnet does look like it could be a...
Yeah, it does have damage. He has major front damage.
Yeah, because I think he spun and got hit.
Yeah, he's not going to be happy about that one, that's for sure.
No. And Mike Molesky has gone off track. So he's not having the best of runs here. So let's have a look at what he did.
Or maybe he's letting
no, I think
Eric go by. I don't know.
I'm not too sure. There was marks for him going off track. He actually went off track. I think he's over-rotated it here. There you go. So he's lucky he didn't hit the barrier, but he's inadvertently given the places back, and you'll see, there you go. So Eric did manage to get the place back as well there now. So Andy Skelton's 10 seconds behind Andreas, but as we said, we're not too sure on his lap time. So I'm going to keep an eye on his lap time. I'm going to jump forward to Don now, because Don is slowly reeling Billy Stewart in.
Yeah, it's too bad because we had a great battle going on, and
yeah,
And those guys literally took each other out.
Mike Molesky has just passed Eric Langlois, but I believe that might be because Eric's car's... oh, it doesn't look too bad, actually. A few morsels there for the stewards to look into anyway. Back to Don Harvey. So Don Harvey is gaining. He was over 4 seconds. He's now into 3 seconds. The gap between Billy and Rob has stabilised. As it stands, Billy is looking at a podium. There's 30 minutes left of qualifying. Don's just gone a bit wide. He wants to be careful, get his braking point right. He doesn't want to be losing time. I mean, he's lost a bit of time there as a result. He lost half a second. Because he is quick, Don. He's been putting some good lap times in. And his lap times are, on average, quicker than Billy's. I'm just trying to look at Andy's last lap time. So Andy's last lap time is quick. But it's not blisteringly fast as it was. He's nearly a second down. So we'll see what he does on his next lap. Yep. Don looks like he's in a bit of a rut now as a result of that. I think he's thinking if I push too hard I could go off. But we'll see. We'll see where he goes.
Yeah, unfortunately there's no more close battles right now. It's pretty much a 4-second gap between each car.
He's throwing it through them corners, is Don. He has gained. He's gained 3/10 on this lap on Billy. And Billy's gained 3/10 on Rob, actually, as well. So maybe they are starting to reel Rob in a little bit. The gap between Rob and Benny isn't really changing much. So this is all this is going to do, is pull them all in together. Andres Pettersson was on a quick lap there. Yeah.
Yeah, there's still half an hour to go, so everything's possible.
Yeah, I'm going to jump back to John Collins. John Collins in the McLaren is now gaining. He's gone very deep there, but he's having a look at Andy Lee's now. He probably believes in that McLaren he can get Andy Lee's. But you can see now...
They both have damaged cars.
Yeah, the car... I think someone in the chat said there's not one car on the track without damage. And
Yes,
Andres Pettersson's really struggling there. So he's... let's have a look what happened to Andreas, because he was doing quite well. He was actually on a fast lap. He's come down. Into the final corner. Sorry. Yeah. Where's he gone off? That's a bizarre one, that. He's got through that bump there. Oh, that's a really weird one. Oh. He's going to feel that.
Oh, wow.
And then goes back and has another go.
Well, that's severe damage.
Yeah, his bonnet's definitely up. I don't know if it'll slow him down, but his bonnet's definitely up there. Collins hasn't passed Lees. He's lost a bit of time. I think his bonnet's up, isn't it? Significantly there. We can see Andreas, who went to his cockpit. You can see his bonnet's got a proper flappy bonnet. So he'll be losing time now. He'll be a good second down, I reckon. So that's going to potentially put paid to his race. Now, Andy Skelton has gained on Brian Banks. His lap times aren't as... It's still not as quick, but they seem to have stabilised a little bit. So I think from that perspective, he's looking okay, Andy Skelton, but he's got a long way to go here.
But I believe he has a flapping bonnet. I can see his... yeah, he does.
Andy Skelton's got a flapping bonnet too, that's correct.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. Let's do the flappy bonnet challenge. So that's got a flappy bonnet as well. So there's 3 for 3. Mike Molesky, we can't really see the bonnet of that one unless we go to the bonnet cam. That isn't flapping. Eric Langlois, he's got a flappy bonnet. Oh, Joe Pache did come out in the end. If he'd started, he'd probably been winning now. Brian Banks, he's not got a flappy bonnet. Don Harvey, he hasn't got a flappy bonnet. Billy Stewart, he hasn't. And Rob hasn't. So it looks like a few of the cars haven't got any visual damage around that. So yeah, so you can see Rob isn't gaining on Benny now, but Billy is gaining on Rob, and you can see now in front And there is a bit of a gap between Billy as well, so you can see Don's coming around the corner there. Don isn't really making any progress on Billy, but Billy is really putting progress. I'm catching Rob now. Andy's car's got 18 seconds damage. So that's not too bad, that really. So 18 seconds worth of damage just implies it's light aero. So he shouldn't be putting him down too much then. His last lap was actually the fastest lap of the drivers. So he was quickest on the last lap. Billy's looking quite quick now, isn't he? You can see the way he's pushing that car around.
Yeah, he definitely has this race under control, that's for sure.
He does indeed. Although he's just lost a bit of time there, so I'm going to jump back a little bit where there's another little battle going on. Mike Molesky's caught up to John Collins. John Collins is still trying to catch. He's still trying to catch Andy Lees, but I think he's gaining then losing, gaining then losing. You know, he's gaining then making a bit of a mistake.
Yeah, but it looks like Billy Stewart is catching Rob. He's only 2 seconds behind right now.
He was 2.1 before, so as I'm saying, he's just a lot. He's lost a bit of time. So there's parts where I think he's quick, but he's down to 2.8 now. So I think the gap's pretty static. He's down to 2.5 now. So he is trying to recoup his gap there. So let's jump on board back into the cockpit. You can see there, Rob is definitely further away, isn't he, than he was before.
Yes.
And you can see Benny in front of them. Benny's in view. That's always an encouragement when you see a car in front. Now, interestingly, Benny must have made a mistake because Benny was 6 seconds clear before. He's now only 4 seconds clear.
Lost 2 seconds, yes.
So Benny's not, bulletproof. So
No, it's a very demanding track. You have to be concentrated 100% on every turn, and they're difficult and technical turns.
Andreas had gone wide again and gone off track. I was just seeing if he did the barrier, but he's managed to avoid the barrier this time. Oh, he's gone very wide there though. Track limits. Right, Mike Molesky. Looks like he's looking to pass John Collins. I'll jump to that in a second. Yeah, he's not made the pass. He's just eased off a little bit there. So I think he got a bit too close and realised to back out. Okay, he's gaining now, Billy. But the last laps, Rob Hupier's lap was a 1:59.02. Billy's last lap was a 1:59.09. Them guys are close. So let's just have a look at the splits. You can see there the 1:59.025 and the 1:59.09. The guys are really close. And you can see in the last sector, Billy is quicker in the last sector. So let's see how the next lap compares. Billy has hit track limits as well on this lap. So if it was the fastest lap, it wouldn't count anyway. He's definitely closer. He's down to 1.8 seconds now. And that means he's also pulling in Benny. You can see Benny now isn't as far ahead. Yeah, good cornering through there. I think we're definitely going to see there's at least 3/10 gain here on Billy. So the times. A 1:59.7 and a 1:58. 1:58. So that was nearly a full second quicker, that lap.
Yeah, he's definitely coming for that P2.
Mike Molesky's passed John Collins. John Collins made a mistake. Off track a little bit, went wide, and that gives Mike Molesky the advantage. So Billy's going to catch Rob, I believe, but I think catching and passing are two different things.
Absolutely.
And Billy's just gone beyond track limits again there. So I mean, I don't know if he's getting track warnings, but he's certainly last couple of laps he's been going off track.
Yeah, with 20 minutes to go, we could have serious surprises here.
We could.
And Don Harvey is not too far behind either.
No,
so
and Benny's off. Benny is off.
Oh, wow. Yes, he is.
And there goes Rob.
Oh, my God. Incredible. See?
And there's Billy now.
And he's really damaged his car bad. Well, that's really too bad.
Yeah, he's going to get him here, Billy, isn't he? And look at Don. Don's there now as well. Now that Lexus looks like it's struggling to turn. Oh, look at Billy. Billy's quick here. He's really quick here, Billy. I think Billy's going to wait. Yeah, he's hit the barrier hard, hasn't he, as he's gone off. He's not hit the barrier head on, he's hit it sideways on. And sometimes that could just disrupt the airflow, but he's pulling away there. But tell you what, Don's not giving in either. Don's joining the party here. He can feel a win coming on, considering where he ended up. Andy Skelton's only 5 seconds behind Brian Banks now. I think Andy Skelton's not going to get... he's not going to win this race. He's too far behind, but he could certainly put a dent in the front.
Yeah, I believe the top four here are battling for the podium. Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see.
And one mistake will cost them, as we've just seen. You know,
that's for sure.
The thing is, as well, Billy's had his mistake. He's recovered. Benny's had his mistake and is now recovering. Don got caught up in that tangle, so he's back up and running again. So I think, yeah, I think all drivers are going to get a mistake somewhere in them. Mike Molesky's putting pressure on Andy Lees again now, so we might see a pass there. I'll jump to that in a second. Just keeping an eye on the times. No, there's no pass. John Collins and Mike Molesky are having a right ding-dong. And there you can see, he's got the pace, but he's not got the angle into the corner. But he's looking really fast there, Billy. And it looks like he's going to get the inside as well. That was good racing, that by Billy. He could have really gone for that. And look, Benny's made a mistake. And Don's gone on the grass. Don's going to try and take the pair of them. And he's done it. What a pass. What a pass.
That was really nice. That was really, really nice.
I'll tell you what, that was a squeaky bum moment. He's made a mistake. Man, he's gone deep.
Are really pushing.
Oh, wow.
Very nice, Don Harvey. What a move that was. Okay.
I think when Benny got off the track a little bit, I think Billy was aware he could make the pass, but I think he eased off a little bit in case he come back on and hit him, and it gives Don just that split second. Benny's not giving up on Billy, but Don is now hunting Rob down. Don's thinking, I'm out of here. You know, there's the scene from Days of Thunder where he goes through the mist at the end, the crash, and said, I'm out of here, guys. That's Don for you. So Benny's just gone wide there, so that's you can get warnings there actually where he went off. So he needs to be careful. Too many of them, it could ruin his race.
Yeah, I think it's really probably wrestling a damaged car there. Must not be fun.
Well, we know most of them wrestling a damaged car. Half of them have got floppy bonnets. So Don is still having a go at Rob. Rob at the moment is you know, he's doing pretty well. He's doing what West Ham couldn't do in Europe yesterday, which is he's holding his own, you know, in his West Ham liveried car. Nikos has just said Rob's rubbing his hands right now. I'm not too sure. Don's quick. Don could catch him. Andy Skelton's now 2 seconds behind Brian Banks. Mike Molesky's 2/10 behind Andy Lees. I'll keep an eye on the times and I'll jump to Andy Skelton if required. Benny's now struggling, I think, to keep up with Billy, and I think we'll see Benny start to drop off a little bit. Now that is good news for Andy Skelton, because it does mean there's a potential Andy Skelton with 15 minutes to go could make a dent. I still think it's a big ask, but we'll see. We'll see with that one. Here you go, Dom Harvey, fastest lap, 1:57.8. He's a full second quicker than Rob last lap. He means business. He is going for it now. I think Don smelt glory here. He's thinking, I'm having that. You know, you guys can push me off at the beginning, but I'm still going to go for it.
But the least we can say is that it's a very entertaining race.
Yeah. Yeah, Don's now started to reel Rob in. So the gap between the top three now is 10 seconds. Or 7.5 seconds. But you can see now Don is there, and you can see just in the distance behind Don, you can see Billy coming round, and you can see Benny's now more or less out of it. So they are pulling away from Benny. But Don is really putting pressure on Rob now. The gap as it stands is 2.3 seconds between Rob and Don. A bit too much curb there for Don. That did give Billy a bit of an opportunity, so Billy's still going to have a go as well. And of course, Don must have damage from that first lap incident, first corner incident, because he got quite a bit of a whack, if I remember. 2.6 seconds at the moment. But you're going to slide through that corner then, but no. I think he's quicker through. He's much quicker through there than Rob is.
Yeah, you know what I think also? I believe Billy Stewart is catching on Don here.
He is. Well, it's gone static. He did gain because Billy made a mistake on the curb, but the gap's now static. Yeah, I mean, Billy was 3/10 quicker last lap, but I don't. Don's going quicker again now. Don's actually on for another fastest lap, another purple lap. So we'll see how Don is. I reckon Don's going to be running in the 1:57s here, potentially. But Rob's had a kick up the backside. He's going quicker now. Andy Skelton has made the pass on Brian. Andy Skelton's now got a 15-second gap between him and Benny. Benny's now drifting away from these guys. So Andy should be thinking, I've got a 15-second gap. Can I do it in 12 minutes with a damaged car and try and take it out of Benny? Big ask, but I'm sure we'll see. Yeah, he's going for it, isn't he?
Personally, I don't think anyone will touch the top three right now.
No,
they're on the dead. They have a good pace, and
they do. That gap's just too much, isn't it, Jeremy? That gap's just too much.
It is. With only 11 minutes, almost impossible.
Don's catching. He's definitely catching. He's getting bigger and bigger. He's down to 2 seconds now, Don. From 2.8 down to 2. So he's took nearly a second out of that lap. And I did think he's on a fast lap here. He's on a... I think he's going to be in a low 1:58 as we stand on this lap. Yeah, this is where Don seems to be quicker. Seems to gain time on the Bentley. So, Rob's time was a 58.9. Don's time was a 58.3. So we were 6/10 quicker.
Yeah.
Billy's lost time. Billy's last lap was a 1:59.6. Don's definitely on a mission. He's down to 1.8 seconds now. Is Don? He's really after Rob at this point. I think Rob's probably aware of this now and looking in his mirrors and starting to think.
For sure.
Yeah, he's 1.5 seconds now. He's definitely pulling him in. Definitely pulling him in. Yeah, he goes. He's coming around that corner.
Oh, we almost lost that car there.
He did, because he's hitting the curbs hard, and he to get back to maximise his corner entrance and exit.
Yeah.
And that's what he did before with Billy. But I think Billy's just lost a bit of steam here. I think it's because Don's speed is so quick. He's the quickest man on track by a long shout. Andy Skelton's last lap was a 1:59. So although that is relatively quick, it's not as quick as the front two guys. So he's never going to gain on them. Don's really putting pressure on. It's currently 1.5 seconds.
Yeah, he could seriously challenge Rob for the first place there.
Yeah.
If he maintains it and avoids any mistakes, he could take the race.
It's now down to a second, so he's took half a second out. You can see visually now, can't you?
Yes, you can. The thing. There you go. He lost his P2.
He really got. Let's have a quick look at that again. He really got that wrong, didn't he?
Wow.
He really got that wrong.
Yeah, completely.
Well, let's see what he did. He's coming up behind him. He's gaining fantastically well here. And I think he just hits that first grid, doesn't he? Is it the first grid, or does he go too deep into the corner?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's hit the first grid.
That's it.
He's hit the not the first grid, the first bollard.
Yeah. Yeah. So there he goes.
Ah, that's what you call a race killer, that.
No kidding. I mean, see, once again, you cannot assume anything when you race. You have to stay concentrated 100% every turn, whatever is happening. And this race has shown that we've seen a couple of drivers completely lose it with a simple mistake. So that plays into the hand of Rob. I don't think anyone will claim that P1 now.
Billy's having a go, but he's not quick enough at this moment in time.
No,
Billy,
I don't think so.
He did gain on Rob by 0.6 the last lap, but I don't think he's got enough in the tank to do it. I mean, I don't think Don got damaged there. Unless I mean, to be honest, if you hit something like that, you'd lose your sump. But I don't think ACC's. And we've had contact at the back. These two have had a bit of a love tap. Mike Molesky on the back end of Andy Lee's. But they're both still running. So a significant number of incidents are going to be logged against this race.
Yeah, and that's only 12 cars. So imagine tomorrow, Group 2, Group 1 with 25, 30 cars.
Yeah,
it's gonna be very interesting.
So Billy has taken out half a second on Rob. So he needs to be a little bit quicker. So yeah, he was almost a half a second quicker on the last lap. I don't know if it's enough. Rob will just be sat there going, just calm, just be calm, just be calm, just be calm.
That's right.
It's Rob's to lose now. Mike Molesky's having another go here at Andy Lee's. Andy's gone deep. Oh, I thought he was going to go across then. They're going to have contact. Andy's still got the inside line. He's made that one. Just kept himself in it a little bit there. Mike's not giving in, is he? That's Andy Lee's getting his big Scottish shoulders out and saying, "You're going to have to pass me the hard way, mate. I ain't gifting anything to you." So Billy at the moment is 4/10 quicker than Rob.
Yeah, he made up some time, but
Yeah, I don't know if he's gonna. I don't think there's enough time left on track. And Andy Lees has gone deep, and give Mike Molesky the place. So let's go back to Billy Stewart. Billy is. Yeah, he's gaining ever so slightly. Again, he's 4/10 up this lap only. 4/10 is better than nothing, but it looks like now tyres are causing a problem because the lap times are really starting to come to fall away a little bit. Yeah, Billy's now trying to get in under 3 seconds. He's not there yet, but he's trying to get under 3 seconds. I don't think he's going to have enough laps. Enough laps to do it.
2.7 now.
Yeah.
2.7.
So that lap, Billy was 7/8 quicker than Rob. Billy's just losing a bit of time. Rob's lap this time is quite consistent, whereas Billy's actually a little bit slower, and he's also gone off track. He's gone track limits as well, Billy. So he's pushing really hard. He needs to be careful he doesn't do track warnings and end up ruining his lap, because that means obviously he would not finish on the podium. Yeah, he's losing a lot of time now to Rob in front. Rob seems to have been a bit more consistent. Let's jump on board with Rob. Just watch his angles. He's come out of that corner beautifully. Setting the car up really well. Again, into that corner. Pretty good. Yeah, it's all looking pretty nice, isn't it? He's keeping it on terra firma well. Yeah, Billy's losing time now. P2 is a good position anyway.
Absolutely.
Nikos, you know, doesn't matter how many cars are on track. There was a big incident at the beginning, and all the drivers have had to battle. Billy went off track after doing well and has forced his way back through again. So, you know, Rob's just kept his nose clean. I don't think there's any damage on Rob's car. I think it's probably the only car that hasn't been involved in an incident as such.
Actually, he was hit.
Yes, he was hit by it. He was hit by Brian, wasn't it?
I'm not sure who did, but he was hit.
Yeah, Brian hit his car. You can see the mark. That caused him to hit Don. Hi, John Wilson. Welcome to the stream.
Hello there.
Not seen you in a while. Hope you're well. I think if Billy would have put his could have kept the lap together, I think Billy could have been a bit closer because he's quicker. I mean, that last lap, obviously we know Rob was slower, but Billy's flying at the moment. Billy is really flying at the moment. I think Billy's going to be one of these. Oh, if I just had another couple of laps, I'd take him. So we are going to have another lap, which is pretty obvious. Hopefully they've all filled the car up enough and haven't gambled. Actually, Nick, I've not seen Niels in a long time, to be fair. I think he might have made a few comments early on in the week on Discord, but I've not seen him on track. Yeah, I'm quite happy to agree with that. Driver of the day is going to beat Rob. So unless anyone's got any objections, driver of the day is definitely going to be... You should have put the right number in. I have indeed. Driver of the day is going to be Rob. I'm sure he'll be ecstatic with that.
Absolutely. And he deserves that victory. He really drove a beautiful race.
So what I'll do this lap, I will jump on board with him. So we can see him run through the lap.
Once again, we don't exactly know what happened to Andy Skelton at the start of the race. He had pole and ended up in the pits. We
Yeah.
don't know.
No, it was deliberate.
We don't know why.
It was deliberate. Chris has told us in the stream. Hi, Aaron.
Was it?
Yeah, the fastest lap was at 1:57.8. It was deliberate. He did it to give everyone else a chance.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, trouble. It might not be over yet. Don's just gone off track again. He's lucky Benny's not near enough to catch him. '88 is the only car with no damage, which is Jeremy.
And Rob is flashing his lights. He feels victory.
Yeah. We'll go to the helicam so we can see him do it, hopefully. He will be ecstatic, Rob. It's deserved. You know, when you've had a clean race and you've just got your head down and got on with it, you deserve it. You know, the calamities that might go on around you, as long as you've got your head down and you put your best laps in, you deserve what you get. We know that, don't we? So
very well done.
There's our winner. Well done, Rob. Billy just behind and Don behind him. As Don crosses the line, winning 3 are as follows. Great race that. Let's follow Benny over the line. Andy Skelton got within 3 seconds of him. Brian Banks. There's Brian crossing the line. Andreas Pettersson, after getting a flappy bonnet, has gone wide there. Is Mike going to take him? Oh, I'm not too sure what's going on here. He's decided he wants to take that shortcut, that escape road.
Ooh, yeah.
He's lost 2 places there as Andreas. Mike Molesky now going to take 7th place. Mike's coming over the line in 7th place. But he's going to get a haul of points. Go, and then we got Andy Lees coming round in 8th place.
He's running out of fuel.
And Andreas Pettersson is now losing positions because he hasn't fueled it enough. He's going to free roll down the straight, isn't he, and just make it. But he's losing
he's just gonna make it.
Places for fun. Oh dear, dear. So Rob's put sweating like a pig.
Oh my God, okay.
Oh. Anyway, thanks very much, everybody. That was a really interesting stream.
Absolutely.
Enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks very much, Jeremy, for the assistance. Take care.